guys are now watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I believe about last week I brought you guys Black Wings from the Premium Pack 17 and being revamped and how strong they are. I just thought I should give you just, I don't know, a remix of me playing Plant Princess. That's right, Plant Princess to its prime form using Premium Pack 17 cards. We're going to be using Rose Warrior and Rose Paladin to give this deck the extra boost that it needed to be competitive, and I guarantee you that this deck has gotten a crap ton better than what it used to be. As you guys can see, I'm activating Reinforcement of the Army, a very key component to the deck now, to add Rose Paladin to my hand. Rose Paladin will then normal summon himself to run over the Mathematician. Now, how do I know that my opponent's going to let me run over Mathematician? Because it's equally beneficial to both of us. I get to destroy a monster by battle, and he gets to draw a card. Now, granted, I'm not perfect, and with me not being perfect, I make some mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and special summon, I forget her name, the Plant Princess Sakura, to whatever her name is, to defense position, not knowing that the Rose Paladin special summons in defense position. Thought it special summoned an attack, which was that with the case, I would have just got Cherry Moon, but that's perfectly fine. The Cali Effect is going to find his way out of it. The biggest reason why this deck is just so good is because I can summon 28k beaters to the side of the field with one card, and then I can just keep on reusing and abusing them back to the field to my will. So of course, who wouldn't like this deck? Now, to add a bonus to them, these plant monsters, they have an effect that prevents the opponent from doing stuff. Like, for example, Sake, when she's on the field, my opponent can't destroy her with card effects. Cherry Boom, when she's actually sent to the graveyard by opponent's card effect by battle or card effect, I get to special summon a plant monster from my deck. And Titanio, if you guys ever played Debris Time, is if you target one of my cards, burning of best players, I get to tribute a plant monster to negate the activation and destroy it. So you guys aren't doing so well right about now. Had the opponent did not have Mystical Space Typhoon, I would have definitely had the OTK right here. He wouldn't have been able to do anything. I'm just going to attack with just 2 Sakuras for 33,000 each damage, and I think that's going to be pretty pivotal into the game. No Cali effects, do not go into that extra deck. You have Rose Warrior in your hand, and you want to negate a trap, hopefully, which you probably don't wind up doing, but you still get swag from the opponent. So swag. And there's not really much else the opponent can do. The Shaddoll player really didn't. He kind of lost advantage as soon as I summoned my first Sakura and he didn't destroy it. I mean, that was like the perfect time to capitalize off of my mistake. But we're just going to go ahead and try to go for game. I'm going to summon Heretic Dragon Helionopolis because I know it's a Falco face down. I mean, it's only obvious. And here's where I make a mistake, where instead of going for game, I go ahead and get rid of the Rose Archer. Had I not gotten rid of the Rose Archer, I got rid of the Crane instead, we would have been talking about a whole different game because I would have had to roll the Archer to negate his trap card that he's going to spring up on me. Miracle Fertilizer is going to special summon my monster, Sakura back to the side of the field. I guess the reason why I discarded the Rose Archer is because I thought it was useless. I didn't know I was going to be able to not special summon a plant monster, but hey, here we are. And he's going to save himself with Shaddoll Roots. Not cool. But ultimately, he does get a turn back for himself, which will allow you as the viewer to be able to see some cool Shaddoll cards, like the new spell card, the new equipped spell card that they have, that allows them to turn any of the Shaddoll monsters into any attribute they choose. And he's going to go ahead and fusion summon with an equipped spell card, Shaddoll Nephilim, also known as Construct, also known as my wife. So, yeah. As much as I love Construct, I can't allow her to sit on the side of the field. I don't want her to get rid of my Over Dragon. And, I mean, after that, I don't really think there's much else you can do. So, of course, I'll get rid of it. He's going to activate Shaddoll Dragon, which was pretty smart to get rid of my Miracle Fertilizer. So, yeah, no more free special summons from this deck, because once you allow the deck to get too many, then, yeah, it's GG, no re. Then he's going to special summon White Buster to defense mode. I mean, ultimately, if I did not have a monster, if I didn't have any monsters to play or any like combos going off, then I would have lost. I mean, he would have been able to stall for yet another turn to buy him more time so he can possibly, you know, come back. But not this case, because I have the key card Crane, which is going to special summon Rose Archer, which then is going to make Melee of Trees. Now, Melee of Trees is very special in this deck because she's so easy to make with Crane, Rose Archers, and so many other ways to make her. I can just bring tokens at ease and then activate Over Dragon's effect, tribute tokens, destroy his monsters, and now I get to go for game. So it really didn't matter after the fact. I'm still going to hit for a ton of damage, and it's not much a Shaddoll player can do. Keep in mind, I just said Shaddoll. And this game in particular, I'm pretty sure I'm playing against an Elemental Hero player, and he's playing the new hero crap, and I'm not liking it. He's going to special summon Elemental, or normal summon Elemental Hero 420 Blazeman, and Weedman is going to send him the Shadow, or I'm sorry, not the Shadow, Shadow Miss to the graveyard, which allows him to essentially go first turn, you know, the card that would kind of hurt everybody in competitive scenes. He'll go first turn Darklaw. And I'm looking at it like, man, well, I actually have to wait for him to activate Darklaw. How rude of me. He's going to go ahead and special summon Darklaw. Come on, Darklaw. And I'm like, man, that sucks to go against that card. I mean, if I was a Shaddoll, Burning Abyss, you know, whatever player, I'd be pretty mad right now because it's a walking macrocosmos. But Lone Fire Blossom too strong. Get that shit off the field, nigga. About to summon one of my Titanium Princess monsters. Just ruin your day, nigga. Nigga. Keep in mind that she not only protects herself, she protects all plant monsters. So, yeah. I mean, I just thought I should throw that out there. She is definitely one of the better plant monsters in the deck. Obviously, it would make me want to think about how I play this deck. Probably a little bit differently, since you guys see me summon her a lot. I mean, there's times where I don't summon her much, but then there's times like this, where she's kind of essential to be playing the deck. And 2900 attack is nothing to scuff at, especially since she gains attack for every plant monster on my side of the field. I'm just going to keep on, I'm going to continue to try to dominate the board. First by adding Rose Paladin. Now, as you guys can see, Rose Paladin does have two effects. Its first effect is that I can discard it to add one level 7 or higher plant monster from my deck to my hand. That's a really nice effect when I'm trying to tutor trade-ins. Its other effect is if it destroys a monster by battle, I get to tutor a monster to the field. Unfortunately, Elemental Hero 420 Blazeman is 1800 defense, so how I feel? Not that good. I don't feel good at all. That's not really good to feel. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this little trap stun right now, and I'm going to pass it back against Red X. Let's see what he can do against an established board, because once this deck does establish board, it's pretty hard to stop. And we're going to go ahead and Rose Archer him again. You the real MVP, Rose Archer. You the real MVP. So, I'm definitely out advantaging him card-wise. Obviously, I have 6 cards to his 3. And this is really just a steamrolling, and then this nigga goes snatch and still struggle. I don't like that. I do not like snatch and steal. I do not like snatch steal. I do not like snatch and steal with him. I will fiendish chain that hope. Now watch me do no effect on that. Do no effect on that. And I'm just gonna sit back and gain these life points because now I know he has less cards to me. The more cards we both draw, the better. And I get 1,000 life points for letting that card stay on the field, just not doing anything. And this is why Snatch and Steal is not amazing unless you're playing something like Shaddoll or something that can use the monster no matter which. Unfortunately for him, I mean, he's just gonna have a useless 2800 attack monster on the field that's gonna give me 1,000 life every single standby phase, and I'm excited to see that. Like, that's amazing. I drew the Lone Fire Blossom like a turn ago, so I could have got rid of it anytime I want to, but nah. I'll take these 2,000 life points. That sounds so much better. Call me greedy, whatever you call me, just whatever, I don't care. So Crane is gonna special summon Rose Archer. As you guys can see, this card, I mean, that card combos extremely well with Crane. The Rose Archer being able to negate an opponent's spell the trap card, or I'm sorry, the Rose Archer being able to negate an opponent's trap card, and then following up with Crane to make Melee of Trees. Melee of Trees being able to special summon a plant monster, so had it been all cards in the graveyard, it would have been fine. Or I can send another card off of Premium Gold called Rose Lover to the graveyard, who allows me to special summon a plant monster from my hand, and it's unaffected by traps. Like, this is exactly what the deck needed. I mean, come on, free Lone Fire, and there's nothing the opponent can do about it? Swag. I'm gonna go ahead and special summon another copy of Sakura, and now we can get this ball rolling, since Sakura's the only, you know, plant monster I could summon that can get over his Sakura. I'm just gonna go ahead and swag all over him. Now I have a lot of field presence, and he doesn't have so much, so he's looking down on boards that's, I don't want to say unsurmountable, because he obviously does make a little cute comeback, but then, you know, It's a pretty nice board. He's gonna summon that guy off of Premium Gold 7 or Premium Pack 17, and I'm telling you guys, this pack is amazing. There's already been 3 cards in this whole pack. I've already showed you 3 other cards in the Black Week video that have just impacted decks, and he summons that monster to go into builds, and I'm like, no real big answer for that card. That card's actually really good against this deck, because more often than not I try to beat your face in with plant monsters, and you know, if I can't beat it, then I'll probably destroy it, and Bills kind of says, no, Cali Effect, you can't do that. So my beautiful princesses, you go to defense, and we'll just pass turn. And just like that, he did change the tide, but watch the tide change yet again, because I guess that's just what players do. He's not gonna attack my Sakura, he's gonna attack my face down defense position monster, and I'm like, duh. And I'm just gonna get 2 tokens. Yeah, I like that. I mean, granted, I probably could have summoned Cherry Boom, and then XE summoned it into Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, and you know, got over Bills that way, but I like to see my opponent misplay, so yes. We'll switch our monster to attack, and we'll summon the Autumn of Leaves, and next we'll go into Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. And now, I mean, like, literally, this was my only out at the time. I'm gonna obviously change the deck a little bit because that Bills is kind of scary. But Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon is gonna attack with the Bills. That's really the only thing I can say about that. Then I'm gonna swing for some damage. That has no. What do you at? Go. And it is back to you. Now let's see what he's gonna do. This is in phase. I've noticed he's gonna activate a card. He's gonna go call it 100 and try to bring back Darkness. Nigga, no. Trap stun that hoe. Not today. I don't want to see that card ever on the face on the field. If we can prevent Shadow Mist from ever being played, then the odds of us winning become great. And then he goes Summoner Monk, and I'm like, shit. Another way for him to play the card that he wants to play. He's gonna get off that Shadow Mist anyway. Shadow Mist is gonna get him mash change, and now he's gonna mash change into something that I don't want to see again, and it is not pretty. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead and mash change it. Mash change it is gonna bring out, who are you bringing out? Who are you? Masked Hero and Inky and Kai. Can he be bottomless? All right, bottomless that hoe. And yeah, that's about game. I mean, I don't really think there's much else he can do. Granted, as you guys can see, I did dwindle in card advantage. I had to neg pretty hard to get over his card, but we're gonna get that back right now because the Cali effect is just so amazing. And so we're gonna go into Melee of Trees. Melee of Trees effect is gonna detach Dandelion. If you guys did not know, Dandelion is a god in here, and that would have created game because I would have special summoned Fire in games. Well, thank you guys for watching another segment of Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm really grateful that you guys got to see just a really good deck. And tell me what you guys think about this deck. It's just that amazing. But most of all, enjoy.